final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, give on the inside. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
There he goes! Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Unloads quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Puts it out of the air. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give to the back. To the ground. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Duggar. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Push down for the tackle.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Gives it on the option. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and, you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
And he's knocked down.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. From the shotgun, the inside give. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Snags it over the middle.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Thomas. Still on his feet at the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here we go. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in set.
Oh, he's got some space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Under fire. He's got it still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give out of the gun. Got room to work. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Hauls it in. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
The Sooners with the first and 10. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense set on first down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Godfrey. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball. There he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quick release on the RPO. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the Aggies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. That is a...
Wow, did you see that hit by the linebacker? I mean, he came up with authority and bad intentions, forcing the tackle for loss. Man.
Off the play fake. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the inside. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They're working that left side. And tackled there by the defense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The 12th man, more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And coaches and players, a lot of times, they call it instincts. But it's just a knack. It's just a feel. It's something that's inside of you. This guy consistently feels where the ball's going.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, he's got some space. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Back to pass, it's Duggar. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that. Eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Godfrey. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Sooners are on the move. Rides the back on the option to give. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
They're going to run it. Got room at the 35. He's loose on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, and take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by just 1 over San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hard running there. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Hawkins. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Here's a heat. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to as little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Second down coming up. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops.
Deep shot for the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position.
Oh, he's got some space. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. That's caught. It's Thomas. It, but he still got the first down.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
And the Sooners have this offense rolling. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going for the big play. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun, the give to the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Sooners will call on their punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, he leads it with the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. You need to score badly. You got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players, but these guys have got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab on the left.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He smashes his way through again. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I love players that step up in big situations, in big moments of big games like that, late in this game on third down, and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass rush.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And the quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.